to another monthly reset video. It's November, so it's Christmas. Halloween's over, November 1st hits, it's Christmas to me. Honestly, I love this time of year. I love the holiday season. I just get in a really good mood. And I saw this Instagram post that was like, anyone who puts up their Christmas decorations 2 months earlier are actually happier people. And I think that's a very true statement for me. I don't have any up right now, but give me a week and this whole house will be decorated, okay? It's Christmas for 2 months. I don't care what anyone says. Anyways, we're back with another monthly reset videos, and I'm so excited to share with you guys everything I've learned in October, and then just share with you guys some of the things that I'm trying to implement in November and December, and even before 2024 hits. I found this new financial app that I'm so excited to share with you guys. Not sponsored at all, but I have been using it for the past like 1.5 months, and I've been absolutely loving it, and I think a lot of you guys would love it too. Share that a little bit later on in this video, but before we dive in, you know I gotta shout out today's sponsor, which is FabFitFun. This is my first subscription box from them, but what I love is that you get to pick everything that's in here, and this box is valued up to $350, which is insane. And you know I love a good deal, and as I mentioned, the holiday season is right around the corner, so everything you pick in here you can use for yourself or give them away to your friends and family. And if you use my code CrystalM20, you actually get 20% off your first box. You can get your first box for $50, and it's valued up to $350, which is absolutely insane to me. So we're gonna open this up. I'm gonna show you guys what I got. And again, I'll leave my discount code in the description below, but I'm just excited to open this because I don't remember what I picked, but I know I'm gonna love it, and it's like a gift to myself. So what's a better way to start the holiday season than this? Oh, so nice, it almost feels naughty. I really do love myself. Really partner with really amazing brands like Laneige, Caraway, Way, and it like ranges from everything from like wellness to skin to home, so they literally have everything. Aubrey, is that you? Do I wear this for the rest of the video? Who knows? So we're actually gonna switch things up a little bit. I'm gonna start with my conscious spending plan because I'm just so excited to share with you guys this new kind of like workflow that I have when it comes to my finances. And then we'll move on to goals a little bit later on. But I recently found this finance app. It's called Copilot. It's kind of like Mint or You Need a Budget. I think this is 10 times better than any of those apps. But I love Copilot. I found it actually scrolling on Instagram, and Instagram ads be hidden sometimes. But I'm so happy that I stumbled upon this, and let me tell you guys, this is not sponsored. They did not reach out to me and be like, share this with your followers. This is a genuine view of me using this app for 2 months and being like, okay, I love it. There is some functionalities to it that I wish it has, that maybe you can be more manipulative with like your financial data on a spreadsheet, but I think that it gives me the basics that I need every day, and it takes away me having to like manually go through each of my card and input my transactions because it does it for you through this app. If you guys want me to do a full in-depth review of Copilot, I am more than happy to. I love sharing tools that help me make my life more efficient and effective, and again, just give me peace of mind when it comes to my finances and that part of my life. If you guys did want to check it out, I do have a referral code linked in the description below. Try it for yourself, see how you like it, and 2 months free, so you can use it November, December, starting January, $95 a year. So not bad at all. That's what I'll be sharing with you guys for this video, so you guys can get a little bit of a sneak peek on how this looks and works in the app. This is the main dashboard, my main page that I typically look at. It gives you just a high-level overview of how you're doing your monthly spending, shows you your assets and debt. That's kind of personal to me, so I'm blocking that information out. And then it also shows you the top categories you spent on this month so far, reoccurring transfers, your monthly income, and then this section, the transactions to review, is one of the main reasons I love Copilot. I don't know if you guys ever used Mint before, but sometimes when they would do automatic transfers to your Mint account, it would just like categorize it wrong, and it was just like, for me, it just felt like a hassle. And I love that they have this here, this functionality here, because right when you log into your account, you can see all of the transactions you need to review. And you go through each one, you say, okay, yes, that was for groceries. No, actually that wasn't something I would consider beauty. Maybe it was for my self-care. So you can go in and you can categorize it based on what makes sense to you. And I also love it to you because you can also split expenses. So for example, on Amazon, $33 is stuff I would consider for just like regular shopping. $22 was actually for Harlow, and then $12 was for groceries. So I can go in and split and make sure that the correct amount is hitting the right buckets instead of being like, oh, all this $67 was for groceries when it really wasn't. So I love that they have those very detailed things that you can do within Copilot. Going back to here, you can see my October review. So we can see how much I made this month, how much I spent, and then how much I was under budget, which is crazy to me that I actually was under budget this month. This view here is like what you spent in the month. Then you go into your budget, what was your target, and then what you actually spent. Income, you can see how much you made this month in income, and then investments. I think if you look at this too, you see that I spent $300 on bars and nightclub this month. I think that's one of the expenses I wish I don't know why. There was we went out one day and I was just buying everyone shots and drinks, and I don't normally do that, but it was all for my girlfriends. I was like, okay, it's worth it, it's fine. I barely see them. We were celebrating someone's wedding, it's okay. But I was like, damn, $200 in one weekend just on drinks is a little crazy to me. But everything else here I think is on par with like what I was expecting to kind of like spend this month. Now going into November, we can start allocating what we think we're starting to spend this month. So I think I already pretty much did everything here. And most of my bills and essentials things, they kind of stay the same. So I don't really change whatever is in bills and essentials because they're kind of like, for the most part, are fixed amounts except for utilities and water. So this utilities, ALX utilities, and water, they kind of range throughout the month, but everything else is pretty fixed. Other than that, I have everything for my expenses, and I kind of just broke them out in different like categories. So credit card fees, I had to pay off my credit card this month, or I knew my annual subscription was coming for Southwest. So I already knew it was like $150. I think it was the only credit card I had to pay for this month. Subscriptions normally around $60. Food and drinks usually stay around the same, around $225 for restaurants, and then $240 for groceries. So trying to buy more groceries or like factor meals more often. Shopping is kind of high this month. I have it at like over $1,000, $1,300. Every year I always wait till December to start buying Christmas gifts, and then I feel so bad because I feel like I could do so much better. So my goal this year is actually to start thinking about what I want to buy people earlier, and then also try to buy it during Black Friday. If I know exactly what I want to buy for each person in my life and I have a budget to stick to, I think we're able to do it and save money, which is the most important part. So I'm gonna try to buy all my presents during Black Friday, so that's kind of why I have that $950 allocated, which I have, if you guys have been following me, you know I've been saving about $100 every single month to go towards my Christmas fund for the end of the year. So this $950 I already have in my savings account, so I'm just gonna pull that from my savings account. And then also I know I need a new vacuum. Our vacuum broke, knowing that I have to pay for that. Shopping, beauty, and clothes. I always say I'm not gonna spend anything. I don't need clothes. I don't need to shop anymore. And then I end up like going to Sephora or going to Target and picking something up. So it's just kind of like contingency money, you know? Personal care, it's always around $200. I get my lashes done, my brows done. And then I'm also doing lasering. I started lasering the beginning of this year, and I'm actually on session like 8 or 9. And it's been going really well. I barely see any growth on my armpits or my Brazilian area. So I've been pushing it to 8 weeks now. So I'm getting it like every other month. So this month I don't anticipate getting lasering. So that's why it might seem like a little bit less than what it typically is. Cars and transportation always stays the same, around $80, and then $20 for a car wash. Miscellaneous, $44 just for contingencies. Harlow, we actually might have to send him to boarding this month, so that will probably be around like $40. So edit budget, I'm just put like 45. And then I think he might need food this month too. So $85 budgeted for Harlow this month. Miscellaneous, and then healthcare, I think I'm covered on my contacts and medications. So this is everything for November. Set up my new budget, and we'll report to you guys back in December how that went. But hopefully you guys like this view. I like it a lot. I really do like it a lot, and I hope you guys give it a chance, see if you like it. I will say one thing I love about my Google Sheets is that it has this like annual dashboard view. So I'm just gonna keep doing it till the end of the year, so I have this to kind of reflect on. Again, this is the first time that I've done this consistently in terms of tracking my expenses. I would say it's probably like 80% accurate, but I think still like a good base point to kind of see how much I spend on average. Now let's dive into my goals for November. I kind of realized as I'm like reflecting on this season of my life, 2023 was the first year I kind of sat down and was like, let me try to implement some new wellness goals, habits, things like that. So I would say this is the first year I've tried to set intentions, goals, and reflections. Looking back, I don't know if this format is for me. I'm very like on and off, inconsistent with doing it, which is why I was inconsistent with doing these monthly reset videos. And I realized that if I have too many goals for myself, I get overwhelmed. And when I get overwhelmed, I just kind of like don't want to do it. But if I start doing things on a more smaller scale and then building from there, that's when I start to make progress, which is very like, that's the same for every single person. So I've always known this about myself, but I'm trying to implement that this month instead of trying to stack on all these different goals that I'm trying to hit. This month I do have a few goals. So for finances, the first one is to start creating my financial plans and my financial goals for 2024. What are the things I want to save for? What are the things I'm trying to do with my money, investments I'm trying to make? How are we going to get there, and what do I want to do? I want to check my CSP more frequently, so Copilot, doing that on a more frequent basis. That's kind of like a goal every single month. Relationships, want to start creating my Christmas gift list. I mentioned that a little bit earlier. And then also making more of an effort when I'm home for the holidays. I don't know if anyone else is like me, but whenever I go home, it like brings me back to high school, and then I act like a high schooler again. And like I'm 25. So like when I go home, I like go straight to my room, and then like I like lock my door from my parents for like the entire 2 weeks I'm home. I'm just gonna try to make it more of a goal to be present in my household, spend more time with them downstairs, things like that. But sometimes when you're put in an environment that you haven't been in a very long time, it kind of brings you back to that person that you were back then. But I'm trying to make strides because I am so different than who I was then to who I am now. Content, I always talk about consistency. Your girl has not been consistent. It's been really hard lately. If you're my friend and you ever FaceTime me about content, I have a lot to say about it. But with work, I've been picking up more responsibilities at work, so it's kind of hard from 8 to 5, I'm like working, and then sitting at a computer or trying to think about being creative from like 5 to 9. It's kind of like taxing. And so I'm still trying to find my balance now with like this new era in my career that I'm in. So right now my goal for content is to just create, even if I'm not creating a lot of videos, how can my videos be a value add to whoever's watching it? Health and wellness, I want to start practice cycle syncing, so I'm actually running my half marathon this weekend, which is so exciting. I'll be honest with you guys, I have been on and off with my marathon training, but the one goal I have is just to finish it. It's just to run it, to finish it, to accomplish something that I set my mind to, and that is my only goal for this, my first half marathon. I'm a little nervous because I only trained up to 11 miles, and 11 miles was a little bit hard. So the thought of having to run 2 more miles after that, like, pray for me. Please pray for me. But after I do my half marathon, I just want to start practicing cycle syncing. I heard a lot about it, and when I think about my wellness journey, my fitness journey the past years, and I realized that the 2 weeks that I am normally off of like strength training, or actually the 2 weeks I'm about to be on my period, before or during my period, and that actually aligns with a lot of the things that cycle syncing does and the research that I've seen so far. So after my half marathon, I want to do more research on that and maybe start practicing cycle syncing with my fitness. So I think that's an interesting concept that I want to explore a little bit more. And then also just establishing multiple morning routines. Right now, I've been trying to get up at like 7 a.m., go to the gym, but I think I really need to just sit down, put pen to paper what does my morning routine look like for days that I can go to the gym in the morning or want to go to the gym in the morning, or days that, okay, I woke up, I don't feel the best today and I don't want to put my body through a workout right now, but I still want to have a routine in the morning. I still want to have me time before work. What will that look like? And so I just want to write that down and have that for myself and try to practice it in the next few months before 2024. And then lastly, for personal, I just want to clean more frequently. Yeah, when you have a clear space, I feel like your mind, your mental is clear and everything feels good. Those are all my goals for November. But let me know what goals you guys have for November, for the rest of the year. If you've fallen off, if you've felt unmotivated, you are not alone. I've also felt very unmotivated, but here is your sign to just end 2023 strong and then start planning for 2024 so that we cannot follow all of our resolutions together. But it's okay. We're all making very small increments, and in my head, when you're making small increments to better yourself, that's all that matters, because you're only trying to get 1% better every day, every year, and yeah. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Love you. Bye.